Hello everyone, I am Zoreen, this is Esports Network, and I have the pleasure of talking to Apollo today.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Well, this is the first weekend of NALCS 2018. Very exciting, like new teams, everyone's coming in. How do you feel coming into this, I guess, prestigious event at the beginning of the year?
Well, I've been here a few times, so it's not too different, but it's really exciting. I mean, there's so many different teams, and I'm on a new team myself, so I think it was pretty important that we come off with a win.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it feels really good. But yeah, I think like all the new teams, you can kind of see like the lineup. There's a lot of good matchups. Like Optic versus the 100 Thieves, TL versus TSM. I think it was really like fun watching those, especially for the fans. They have like a little bit of rivalries going on. Yeah, it was really exciting.
Yeah. I mean, you yourself, like you said, you've been here many times in the scene, and I feel like your history as a player is actually particularly interesting because you've gone through so many different things that have happened to you, right? Whether it be like teammates being unable to play, substitutes coming in and out, like you've been through the mill.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to you now to be part of this new team, Clutch Gaming, a new organization? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's nice, especially without the relegation, is kind of knowing that like this team, first of all, is going to stay around for a while, which I just kind of nice knowing that this they're really focusing on building up the organization, and a lot of teams in the past haven't really done that. It's like they're kind of just there in the LCS and that's about it. Some teams do that, some teams don't, right? But yeah, for now, like Clutch Gaming, they're just really focusing on League, and it's really nice that they're just trying to grow as an organization, and yeah, it's just exciting.
So what were your thoughts on, I guess, franchising when it was first announced? Was it kind of like a, yes, finally, this is happening, or, oh, that's interesting, I don't know how I feel about that? Yeah,
I mean, I think after everything panned out, it seemed like a good, it seemed like a really good thing. But of course, when it first was initially announced, I wasn't really sure how I felt about it. I think it was overall going to be good, but I didn't know, if it was going to be as fluid as it went. I think it went pretty, the teams got in and everything's working, and then all the rosters are kind of set. So I think it was nice in the end, but it was a little shaky at first.
Yeah, I think shaky is definitely one way to describe it. Like the pre-season leading up to this, after the teams were announced, I feel like there was a very short window for them to actually recruit their players and go through offers and such. What were things like on your end? I know you've spoken before about plans about perhaps returning to studying, but were you I definitely need to make it into a top team in NALCS, or you're oh, I'll see what offers come along?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any plans for studying after Envy. I think I knew I was good enough to stay in LCS pretty much, and I knew a lot of the rosters were going to change. A lot of people were going to be eyeing the new organizations and seeing who wants to pair up with who kind of thing, because there's going to be so many free agents after all the teams got pretty much kicked out. And yeah, it's just, I think you can kind of tell, or I think it was really important at the time for when the new organizations came in, whoever worked the fastest so that they can get the best roster possible, or get the pieces they wanted for their puzzle essentially. And yeah, I think Clutch Gaming has been particularly did a good job, because I think they worked really quickly and they got in touch with us, as soon as possible, pretty much.
Okay.
With me.
So when they approached you, they'd already had, I guess, most of their roster in place?
No, it's still they just got to me as soon as they could, pretty much, and then we started talking. But then that was when Nick and Lear kind of talked with each other as well. So I wouldn't say the roster was set in stone or anything. It was just they really wanted to make sure they were talking with us, to get things rolling.
Yeah, it's interesting that new orgs coming into LCS like Clutch Gaming. How would you have described, I guess, the vibe or their approach to things when they first started talking to you?
I mean, very professional, and they really wanted. I think they were really professional, and they really took my opinion. They really understood what I was what I wanted, and yeah, just understanding my situation. So they just really, I think they listened to me a lot, or listened to us. Yeah.
So were you able to make demands I want the master bedroom in the team house?
No, it's more I want what I wanted the team, or what I wanted the team to be, or what I don't want the team to be, I guess, is more the issues I had in the past.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you've been on a number of different teams throughout the years, and you have all this experience approaching rosters and such. How has that affected how you go about approaching a new roster and feel out like the synergy, I guess, of your team?
Yeah, I think obviously I already knew Lyra and Nick or Hakuho, but it's always kind of like a risk. Obviously, like I ask, how like their attitudes are like on previous teams and stuff, and you want to make sure that they don't have bad attitudes, right? Because it's just not fun. But as soon as I met them in person, yeah, they're just I already knew Lyra, I already knew Hakuho, but Fevivin and Solo were just they're just cool people, and I think we all got along really quickly. They just it just clicked really easily.
Yeah, do you guys hang out outside of the game?
I mean, we're kind of forced to, but
yeah, that's true.
So I'm not going to say that if we would meet each other and just have a blast. But yeah, I mean, we all have a good time. We have a nice house, so we sometimes hang out outside and play some basketball. But yeah, I think we all enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did very well today, obviously. Fevivin got voted player of the game, which was really cool to see. Going forward, I guess throughout the season, what do you think about your performance and how things will go?
So our first game obviously we went well, but just like the team in general, like we know we face the stronger teams in scrims, and we know like our weaknesses and we know our strengths, so we still have like a ton to work on. We're going against Ekfox tomorrow, which I think is going to be like a harder team to go against, so we'll see. But yeah, we just have like a lot to work on. So I do think it's really nice to kind of have that confidence boost that like all the practice that we did pay off. But we just have a lot to work on.
Any personal goals for 2018?
Yeah, I think I want to just I want to make sure that like I've been here a really long time, so I need to like kind of show my experience and show that I can like compete with like all the top veteran players, and have a better posture.
Yeah. Have a better posture.
Yeah, those are the two
important.
things. Those are two things.
Well, you're nailing the second one.
I'm trying really hard.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Apollo. And now I'm like wearing my posture too.
I'm working really hard over here.
Okay. Well, best of luck for the rest of the split and working on your posture. Did you want to say anything to the fans out there? Just last thing.
Thank you for supporting me and all my different teams I've been on, and then thank you for supporting Clutch Gaming. We're working hard.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Apollo.
Thank you.
And for more esports coverage, check us out on YouTube, Esports Network.